Lesson 6, the Project Management Information Systems. The project management information systems are the systems that help the project and the organization monitor project progress. They are also the tools and the systems that provide information for decision making. They help inform key stakeholders about where the project is, and they also provide opportunities to improve the performance of the project. The idea behind a project management information system is a way to organize all the data from the different people who are doing the work in a place and organize it in a way that is easy for people and management and people who are supervising the project to look at the information and see where the project is. That information is dependent, again, on the level of requirements that are needed from different stakeholders and the constraints in terms of what technology is available for the project. But the idea behind it is that we need to have information that is available to the right people at the right time so they can make the decisions on time at the project. So the idea of the project management information system is that process of organizing all that information using technology, using certain processes so that you can have the information available and make decisions when they are needed. Some of the types of information systems that are being used, one of the most popular ones are the monitoring and evaluation systems that are looking at tracking information on project indicators to see what is the progress the project is doing. Another tool is called the geographic information systems that looks at the data from a geographical point of view so that you can organize the numbers and look at the map and see where are the areas that are needing more impact of another project or the areas that are already been completed. It is a visual representation of data. Beneficiary databases also are used to collect information from beneficiaries. A good example of that will be a health project that is collecting information from communities in terms of their health records. The idea behind that is to see how the improvements are happening because of the project interventions, and tracking that information is very important in terms of making sure that the information is available and it's of good quality. Project indicators is another way to look at information. Different indicators within the project are all going to be looking, including information about the budget, information about the schedule, even an inventory management system that provides information about the materials or the food that the project is managing. And document management systems are also part of this group of systems that help organize all the project and information that is that makes it accessible to the team and to managers or to anybody who might need access to that documentation. The type of complexity of the project management information systems will depend on the amount of information that is needed and the type of technology that is required. And usually there are 3 levels. Level 1 will be common software. Level 2, we have more complex databases and a local network. And a level 3, where it's more complex, integrated, and use of internet. Let's look at each one of those. The level 1 is a small project, very low requirements in terms of information. You will have most of the time desktop applications. It will be a remote project in a remote location. There is a small information. People will be using just personal computers or laptops, the regular office software, and even a local database that is stored in one computer. That is good for that type of small project that has very low requirements in terms of information, and the needs for that information also doesn't require a big investment in the use of technology. The next level is that there is a need to start organizing and sharing more information. It could be a larger office, a larger project. There is a local server, a computer that's going to be consolidating the information from all the other networked computers so that it's in a single place that can be accessible. There could be central databases that staff are using to enter the data in a single place that then is available to everybody in that network. And even the use of custom applications like monitoring and evaluation systems used by the project to gather the information. This will be the type of environment for a project that may have also some limited access to the internet, but at least the office is very well connected and people can share documents and share resources within that infrastructure. The level 3 is looking now at integrated system. There is large amounts of data, large amounts of information. It requires complex systems, requires use of the internet, and the focus is on centralizing all of that information. The idea behind all of that integrated systems is that you have now a large project that could be in various locations. There is good connectivity, there is good access to technology, and all of that information is centralized. It could even include information on integrating systems like budgeting or accounting or inventory as part of the project. Large organizations that have the resources, sometimes they will have this environment already in systems that are accessible through the internet to their staff so they can access that information, work on the project, inform, upload information into the system, and that is available to everybody who needs information to make decisions. Again, the different levels depend on the requirements of information and also on the type of technology infrastructure that is available where the project is located. Information requirements are going to be one of the major drivers in terms of what type of technology, what type of systems we need. There's going to be requirements from the donor in terms of reports. Even management will need information from the project to see where the projects are. The team also has requirements because they need information to do their job, so they need to start sharing information. They need to have access to the latest plans, information about where the work is being completed so they can coordinate the work. Partners working with the project can also have certain level of access to that information, so understanding their needs, so they also are able to coordinate their work with the work of the project. Key stakeholders also need information, mostly type of reports or some type of information that lets them know the status of the project or key communications the project wants to make available to key stakeholders. And beneficiaries who also need to know about the project, and they need to know about the progress of the project, and the information that it will be available to them can be in many types of formats, from charts, graphics, videos, or even simple presentations. But the idea is that there's going to be all of these volume of requirements depending on the type of project that will drive what technology is needed. Those technology requirements then are coming in terms of what type of technology support we need. It's easy sometimes just to budget the purchase of a computer and printers, but forget about that. To use those computers, you need technical support, and that has a cost, that has an expense. So making sure that is part of the considerations. The type of infrastructure, access to communications is also important. Where the project is going to be located, what type of infrastructure, what type of communications are needed. Computer skills of the team, making sure that the staff and the team working on those systems have the skills. They know how to manage the databases or the tools that are provided to them. How frequent and how often is the communication in terms of what type of communication tools are going to be available, either through the internet or other type of technology that can help in communications like cellular phones or even radio phones in most remote areas. Looking again, understanding that all of that will have an impact to the budget and making sure that what you have in your budget is what you're going to have to define in terms of the technology, and also the capacity of the organization in terms of providing the support and the guidance to provide you with all those requirements in terms of technology.